matching his posture. I've sent you $300,000 over the past 5 years, money that could have grown my business, bought my own home, built my future. Instead, it went into a black hole of ingratitude. Ingratitude. His voice rose sharply. We gave you everything. An education, opportunities, that I paid for myself, I interrupted. Full scholarship for college. I worked 3 jobs to cover expenses. The only thing you gave me was the constant reminder that I wasn't good enough. He slammed his hand on the table. The sound echoed in the room, but I didn't flinch. You ungrateful little... He visibly restrained himself, trying to regain control. Fine. How much? Excuse me? How much to fix this? You want a piece of the inheritance? Name your price. I laughed, and the sound seemed to surprise him more than anger would have. You still don't get it, do you? This isn't about money. It's about respect, about acknowledgement. Things you and Mom never thought I deserved. What do you want then? His voice had turned calculating. I recognized that tone. It was the same one he used in business negotiations. Nothing, I said. I simply want nothing from you. Not money, not relationship, not family obligations. I'm done. His face went through a series of surprise, anger, and finally, the one I had been waiting for. Fear. You can't do this, he whispered. The house, everything. We'll lose it all. Probably, I agreed, unless Megan steps up. She received the inheritance? After all, I'm sure she'll be happy to help. The mention of Megan seemed to trigger something. He pulled out his phone, his fingers trembling slightly as he dialed. I could hear it ringing on speaker. Daddy! Megan's voice filled the room. Did you talk to her? Did you fix it? I'd never been denied anything, especially by me. They would escalate their actions. They would try to find ways to pressure me. They would try to use my business contacts against me. What they didn't know was that I was prepared. 5 years of supporting them had taught me to document everything. Every transfer, every text message asking for money, every email promising it would be the last time. I had it all safely stored. I also had something else they didn't know about. Influence. The Thompson deal I was reviewing wasn't just any acquisition. It was for a property management company that happened to handle several of Dad's commercial properties. Properties that were already struggling due to his financial mismanagement. If they wanted to play hardball, they would learn that the mistake had learned some tricks of her own. My computer pinged with an email notification. It was from Mr. Harrison, the family lawyer. Miss Miller, your father has requested a family meeting to discuss recent developments. He suggests tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the lake house. Megan and her husband will be present. Please consider attending to resolve this situation amicably. Regards, David Harrison. I hit reply. Mr. Harrison, thank you for the invitation, but I must decline. As the lake house now belongs to Megan, I have no right to be there. As for resolving the situation, I believe Moms will make everything perfectly clear. Regards, Abigail Miller, CEO, Miller Consulting Group. I added my full title deliberately. Let them see what the mistake had built while they were busy belittling her. Just then, Oliver knocked on my door. Miss Miller, you should see this. He handed me his tablet open to a local business news site. The headline made my blood run cold. Family drama. Local businessman accuses daughter of financial abandonment. There was my father, extensively quoted about how his ungrateful daughter had cut off support to his grieving family, how I had taken advantage of their trust and then abandoned them in their time of need. The article even mentioned my company by name. So this was their game. They thought they could shame me back into the fold, damage my business reputation until I had no choice but to give in. What they didn't understand was that shame only works if you accept it. And I was done accepting their version of reality. I handed the tablet back to Oliver. Call PR. It's time to tell our side of the story. The next few days would change everything. My family thought they could pressure me into submission, but they were about to learn that the daughter they had scorned for so long had become someone they couldn't afford to antagonize. Their attempts to damage my reputation would backfire spectacularly, leading to revelations that would shake the foundations of our family. But that was tomorrow's battle. For now, I had work to do, starting with a call to the Thompson Group about accelerating our acquisition timeline. The PR war my father initiated backfired spectacularly within 48 hours. While I hadn't planned to make our family drama public, since he opened that door, I walked right through it. My company's PR team issued a simple statement, a detailed record of every payment I had made to my family over the past 5 years, along with a copy of the relevant section of my mother's will. No emotional commentary, no accusations, just cold, hard facts, with a single question at the end. Who really abandoned whom? The public response was immediate and overwhelming. Local business forums exploded with discussions. The same news outlet that had published my father's accusations now ran a follow-up piece. Financial family abuse, the dark side of filial obligation. But I wasn't finished yet. The Thompson acquisition papers are ready, announced Oliver, placing a thick folder on my desk. They're offering a 15% discount if we close before the end of the month. I smiled, opening the folder. Thompson Properties managed 60% of my father's commercial real estate. Once this deal closed, I would effectively become his landlord. Schedule the signing for next week, I said. Then I paused. And Oliver, make sure my father receives an invitation. He should know who his new property manager will be. The next few days passed in a whirlwind of activity. My family tried everything to regain control. Megan showed up at my office twice, only to be turned away by security. My father tried to contact my major clients, but my reputation for integrity spoke louder than his desperate accusations. Then came the message that changed everything. It was from my father's business partner, Michael. Abigail, you need to see this. Your father is trying to sell the business. Attached was a photo of a contract. My father was planning to sell his remaining business assets for a fraction of their value to a holding company I'd never heard of. It seemed desperate, until I looked closer and recognized Megan's husband Brian's signature on the incorporation papers. They were trying to hide assets. I sent the evidence to my lawyers, then made a call to the one person who could help me understand what was really going on. An hour later, I sat across from Michael in a quiet cafe 3 blocks from my office. He looked tired, older than his 50 years. "It's worse than we thought," he said.